outfits, TVs, shoes, and wigs do you actually need? Tell me, do you have anything of real value? Like what? Houses, investments, bonds, stocks. Start ignoring what you've been taught. It's time to stop blaming everybody else cause you broke. Generational wealth can be just as prevalent in your life as the Look, how many outfits, TVs, shoes?
Hello, y'all. And today we are here with another show. I'm Ruby Groves Clay, and I got my trusty sidekick AB, and we're on here to talk about if I can get the cameras right. Hold on, oh my god, we're on here to talk about California. California is on fire. Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Okay, you
Terrible,
got
terrible,
you got
terrible.
people's houses. I mean, a lot of stars' houses are on fire and all of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see who some of the notable stars are who have lost their houses. Let me see that go. Okay.
I think
Okay.
Mandy Moore. Who?
Paris Hilton lost her Malibu home.
Paris Hilton.
Um,
You say
mhm.
Paris Hilton?
Yes, she did.
Oh
Yes.
hell, that's one. Just one of her houses.
Milo Ventimiglia, I'm not sure who that is, but he and his pregnant wife had to evacuate that Malibu home, which was later destroyed. So we can see a pattern here. Malibu got hit hard.
Okay.
Joshua Jackson from that show, Dawson's Creek, his home in Topanga Canyon was destroyed.
Wow.
Brian Greenberg and Jamie Chung, I'm not sure exactly who they are, but they shared a video of the remains of their home on Instagram.
I think
Spencer
didn't Jamie Lee
You remember?
Curtis didn't Jamie Lee Curtis lose a house too?
Well, they just noticed they only. I guess they with this list it just kind of hit and miss.
Hit and miss. I got
So
you.
it wasn't everybody. I don't.
Okay.
You,
Or maybe
you
she
asking
was,
AI? They don't
or
give you
maybe
a
she
name.
was, or maybe she was just on there talking about. I think she gave $1 million. I think that's what
Let me
she was doing.
see.
She was donating money.
Okay, she was donating. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
think
that's
she was
why,
donating.
because she would have made a list like that, a notable list like
Oh,
that.
she would have been probably at the top 10 at
yeah,
least.
Mandy Moore, Spencer.
Mandy Moore,
Okay,
yeah, I heard Mandy Moore.
yeah,
lost
she
her
and her
house.
family had to evacuate their home in Pasadena.
And hold on, let's go
Stephen
back.
Giltimer.
Hold on, let's go back to Mandy Moore. Now, I noticed that she kind of got a little flack on the internet because she set up a GoFundMe account. And the
Okay.
people were looking like, okay, don't you got some money? You living in this big house and you ain't got no money.
They don't always have it. Sometimes their finances are trash, especially if they haven't done a good job of managing their money or they trusted the wrong people.
Hey, y'all, and that's a testament that just because you are a star, just because, you had this long Hollywood career, you know what? A lot of people have died broke.
Yes,
Have passed away broke.
Sometimes it was through the bad contracts that they signed starting out that really hurt them.
Yeah.
Because like when you start out, that can be your biggest hit. When you start out, if you're a singer or whatever, your biggest hit can come when you're young.
Yeah.
If those contracts are not right, you're in trouble.
And then again, you know what? There's been a lot of abuse with accountants and parents and all of that. Whoever the manager were over their funds were, stealing from them. So it can be all kinds of
Gary Coleman
there. Who?
Gary Coleman went through a lot of stuff with his
Coleman
parents.
went through a lot of stuff, yeah. Okay, but who else?
Right.
Who else was impacted? There was this African American lady. They grandmother. They were looking for her. Did they ever find her? Hey, y'all.
No, I didn't know. I didn't quite hear about that story. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Let me see. So our hero of the fire, Steve Gutenberg. I think he was in Police Academy. I think.
Yeah.
He helped his neighbors evacuate and work to clear roads for emergency responders. So he was a hero. Keisha Cole, the singer Keisha Cole, lost her home in the Los Angeles wildfires.
Wow.
Keisha Cole lost her home. Her longtime hairstylist Jonathan Wright shared heartbreaking images of the rubble on Instagram. revealing that her home had been reduced to ashes while she was away in Miami. So thank God she wasn't there
Yeah.
because she might have been a celebrity who died, but
Yeah.
no
Because
widely known celebrities have died.
but
Some child star, some obscure child star that lost their life, but I didn't know who they were. So
but
I was like, I
and
don't know who this person is. Right. Never
Anthony,
heard of them. Right.
hogging the microphone. I'm about to get my
Yeah, go
bag
ahead.
out of you.
Go ahead.
And then I do think that that gentleman that you're talking about, I think he was disabled. I think he was disabled.
Talking about Gutenberg?
No, the gentleman, the gentleman. There was a woman who went
Hmm.
to get help, and she had a disabled child, and I think he
Okay.
was an adult, but he was still her child. And when she came
Okay.
back, the house was engulfed in flames, and
So I'm gonna
he
type in,
didn't
was it
survive.
disabled
And he
child
didn't
star
survive.
killed?
And he didn't survive. So wow, 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 wow. But I also look up and see that they ever find the African American grandmother. It seemed like there was a family, an African American family that
Yeah.
lived,
Yeah.
within a.
Palisades. Okay.
It's,
This is a little bit about the child star. Let me see. His name was Rory Callan Sykes. He was 32. He was a well-traveled gamer turned investor and entrepreneurial philanthropist. His mother said as she begins the difficult process of healing from the loss of her son, she looks ahead to recreating the special space they shared. But he was Rory Callum Sykes. Let
mm,
me see. He was a former Australian Channel actor. No wonder I didn't realize who he was. Didn't recognize him. He's actually an Australian child.
mm,
Let me see. He had cerebral palsy, just like you were
mm-hmm,
saying,
mm-hmm.
and he tragically lost his life in the fire.
Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
and let me see.
Look up about that African
So
American
yeah,
grandmother, because
yeah. So that's sad.
apparently, hold on, apparently it was a family, and they were a close knit family, and it was about, they lived in a close knit community. They all
Was she
lived
missing?
within. Yes, they haven't found her yet, but so one of the
Okay, I'm gonna look it
relatives.
up.
Hold on, Anthony. One of the relatives
Hmm.
went over earlier to check on her, and she was fine. And
Hmm.
then later on, they kind of evacuated the area, and he said, man, when he went back over there, everything was in chaos, burning, it was burning out of control, and they could not locate her, and the house is burnt to the ground. So uh Anthony is checking that out for us to
Was
see.
she 95?
I think she was in her 90s.
She unfortunately she did die.
She passed away.
The granddaughter of a 95-year-old woman killed in the Los Angeles wildfires is honoring her beloved best friend and standing strong amidst such profound loss.
Now it was
I
now
have to
was
be,
now
yeah.
was this person African American?
Yeah, yeah. I think so because I typed in. She's the one that came up, so I hope that's her. Was it a Dulcie Curry?
I do not recall her name, but I
Yeah,
do
let's
remember
see.
their
I'm looking at.
extensive. They were looking for her
If I need to
extensively.
skip this, okay, this is a black woman, and
Mm.
she's talking about her grandmother that was killed.
Oh,
Her grandmother that was killed, Dulcie Curry,
oh,
and her name is Dulcie. They had the same name.
ah,
The granddaughter was Dulcie Kelly, Dallyce, and the grandmother was Dulcie Curry, spelled different. There was Kelly for the granddaughter and Curry for the grandmother. They both had the first name of Dulcie,
okay,
Dallyce.
Anthony. Okay, how many times you gonna
Yeah.
say that? I think we know how to spell Dulcie.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you,
But
thank you, thank you,
well,
thank you.
anyway, that's an unusual spelling of that name.
It was, but
Yeah.
that's
It's,
unfortunate that they
yeah. But
lost
that's yeah.
one of the matriarchs of their family.
She
Uh,
did go missing for 4 days. For
yeah,
days. It was so.
she was
This is the case.
missing. Okay, but
Yeah,
that's
this is
sad.
so heartbreaking.
And
Sad.
and also there were, I know everybody is against the Latin American people, but you know what? There were some Latin American people coming that came from Mexico, that went up to California to help put out the fire. So you know
Oh,
what? You know what? Let's not throw stone at everybody. We want to get
mm.
rid of
Well,
everybody.
racism and bigotry never makes any sense.
It never
It never makes any.
this is a situation where we are all interconnected, and
Yeah,
we do not, when you are pulling somebody out of a fire or you are helping someone in need, I don't think anybody in their right mind would say, I'm not going to help that. Oh, that person is black. Oh, that person is
I'm not
Latin
gonna let them
American.
pull me out of the
And
fire.
right, I'm not going to pull
A
that
white
person
person
out of
got
the
to pull
fire
me out of this fire.
because of that.
No,
So
no.
y'all, it's about helping one another, and regardless of what side of the spectrum we are on politically, when it
Right.
comes to being a human being, where is the empathy? Where is the humanitarian?
But I
Hey,
mean,
put
I
all of
don't
that.
care what a person is when it comes to a person that's hurting, person
Exactly.
that's sick, a person
Exactly.
in a disaster. If they could be wearing a Trump hat, MAGA shirt, I would not care. I would try to help that person any
I
way
would
I could.
still help that person. You know what? God helps everybody, anybody. Everybody loves all of his children. So who are we to pick and choose who we are who we will and will not assist? And you
Well,
know what? Mhm.
you can't change anybody's mind by being mean to
No, no. My thing about it is, you know what? My thing about it is, now you can be
change no one's mind
bougie.
by being mean.
Now you can be bougie. You can
Mhm.
be vindictive. You can have all that hatred in your heart and all of that. But you know
Right.
what? You don't know when the tables are going to turn. I'm pretty sure
Right.
nobody expected this fire to run through California like that. And you know what? These are some millions-dollar houses. Okay, these are
Yeah.
not. These are millions. These are some
Vengeance.
some $1 million houses. Okay, but the thing about it is, you know what? God always say, "Don't store up your treasures on earth," because
Mhm.
what? They can be burned down. They can be stolen. So you know what? All of that
Let
stuff.
me ask you something.
Okay, let
Let
me
me
know.
ask you something.
Mhm.
At this point, do you think it makes sense to even have a house in that part of California?
I wouldn't.
Because you can't even get it fire insurance at this point.
Well, my thing about this is, okay, this is just my opinion. It only got to happen to me one time. That's
Right.
how I feel. Just like just like hurricanes down there in Florida, I only got to get flooded out one time. My house only
Exactly.
got to be burnt down. Excuse me, one time. And America, get ready, because all of our insurances are getting ready to increase. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
Because
insurance
climate change is
again.
getting worse. We're
Again, it's
getting
getting
more and more severe weather.
exactly. It's getting ready. Our
Yeah.
insurance is getting ready to go sky high. You know what? I
Right.
know I used to pay $100 and some dollars for my car insurance, and I got a little van, a little
Hmm.
what is that thing? Ford Connect, and
Hmm.
now that thing is almost $200 a month
I
for
wanted to ask you something about that. Don't you know that you be seeing these little advertisements for like car insurance that's really, really low? And have you looked into any of those? Is that for real, or is that kind of like scams? Or because they be
you.
saying you can get $40 a month for your car insurance.
Well, the thing about that is, you know what? Anybody can give you a policy, but you better be looking at the exclusions. You better be looking at that fine print to see what is it going to exclude for them to get that insurance policy that cheap. So, be careful.
Right,
I'm not saying that it's fake. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but I'm just saying read that fine print. Know your
right,
exclusions. Know, and it may be a la carte. You know what I'm saying? That may be the base policy, and then you have to add certain riders onto the policy to get the coverage that you're wanting. So be careful about that. Be careful about that.
Mhm.
But in this day and age, with all the between the hurricanes, hey y'all, I'm still getting over. I was ill, and I am trying to still get over from being under the weather. Lost my voice. I couldn't talk. I was on the phone trying to talk, and nobody could understand me. But I feel a little better.
Right.
Just pray for me.
You were at a very much a whisper,
I was
and it was just, but that wasn't her first time. I think I've witnessed you, um,
with
have
laryngitis.
laryngitis. I don't think that was the first time. So
Yeah.
I told my brother, I said, don't be too worried because this has happened before, and she knows what it is.
It usually
So she ain't
happens.
got to go run into a hospital,
Uh,
right?
it usually happens
No.
right after I get a cold or get sick or whatever. Hey y'all, did y'all know what? And wait a minute, this was so cool when I had laryngitis, right? And everybody know I use my girl Alexa, right? And I said, Alexa, turn off the lights. And she whispered back just like now, okay. Oh, it messed me up, y'all. I was done. I was like, my girl whispering. I guess it kind of plays up like if you have a sleeping baby or whatever the case may be, you're trying to be a little quiet. But when she
Right.
whispered back, I hollered. I called all my friends. I was like, Alexa picks up my voice. So it was anyway, that was like
That was cute.
that was
Yeah.
like my girlfriend Rhonda would say, that was a house moment.
Right.
That was like
I guess
off the
she
hip.
has a lot of capability, but my problem with that particular program is it doesn't answer a lot of questions. It's like they put a lot of limits on what Alexa can say. And unfortunately, that has made it impossible for her to answer a lot of questions, even simple
I
questions.
think
And
everything.
I'm like, they need to,
I think
right? They
everything.
put too many limits on it.
But my thing about it is, I
Hmm.
think legalities. You got to look at.
Hmm.
Everybody's sue happy, so you have to.
Right. So sometimes she can't even answer the simplest of questions. I'd be, oh my God.
But
So because with Bing Copilot, it answers every question you can think about,
shut
just
up.
about.
Well, we not finna. You know what? If you want to advertise Bing over here, Microsoft need to cut
Yeah,
a check.
yeah, they do.
I
So
always
let's
talk
not
about
talk about that
I
anymore.
always talk about my girl Lexi because she already always in the background with me.
If
But
Microsoft is listening, you can cut me a check because I am a big fan.
well, Microsoft call us. That sounds like a brand deal.
Call us. Llámame.
But
Ain't that
anyway,
llámame in Spanish? Yeah.
llámame. But
Llámame.
anyway, but so anyway, back to the fires. Yeah, we can look
Right.
forward to receiving some higher insurance premiums.
Right.
They are gonna go sky high because you know what? We are going to be paying for those losses. The
Yes.
other
Yes.
we
Yeah. They got
people
to
are gonna
recoup
be
their
paying for
losses.
those losses.
Because some of them people actually are insured.
Yeah,
And
a lot of them are insured.
I imagine all of the stars were.
Yeah,
So,
pretty sure you.
they finna pay.
But my thing about it is, I mean, it's in your house. It's in your house insurance policy, and you know what? For
Right.
them to purchase a home in these dry areas like that, I'm pretty sure they have the proper coverage. Hopefully, to for
Hopefully. Let me see if fire insurance has been canceled in California.
okay. While
I'm gonna
AB
see
is
what.
working on that, then y'all
Yeah.
get ready because we're gonna be getting some increases on our insurance premiums. And you know what? It's like how many insurance companies still gonna be in business? It was a couple of them went out of business. I know my niece said that she had gotten a letter from the company that was insuring her house, and they went out of
Oh
business.
yeah. This is a story in the Los Angeles Times about first they lost their home insurance, then LA fires consumed their home. So you hear stories about that like that all the time. Let me see. You never let that lapse. If you never let your fire insurance lapse, especially if you're in a fire prone area or earthquake insurance, or you never let that kind of stuff lapse because you just never know when it's going to hit you. Um, so
But
what's next for home insurance in California after the Los Angeles fires? So this is from Berkeley News. That was a 4 hour story. This was a our story is 4 hours long. So maybe we can get some information from this. Okay, citing perilous risks in residential areas primed to burn, insurance companies in recent years thousands of policies, leaving California residents scrambling for coverage. So a lot of these people don't have coverage. Each new wave of cancellation is followed by talks and reforms and a growing sense of unease among homeowners. Don't politicians just talk it, talk it, talk it, talk? With fires in and near Los Angeles predicted to be among the costliest disasters in U.S. history, questions abound. How will
Okay,
California's
Anthony, we're
insurable
not
last
finna read.
resort
We're not finna read.
respond? I think they're finna. I think we ain't gonna go through the whole thing. I think they're finna burn our house. Yeah, I think they're finna leave.
We're not finna read all that. But hey, what you can
But
do
you can
is
see the handwriting.
but what you can do is put the link up to the article. And
Okay,
I mean,
all right, I will do that right now.
My thing about it is it's everywhere. I mean, you can. But put the link up where you were reading, and if you all want to,
I'm posting that right on
go ahead
Facebook
and look
right
at
now.
what AB was referring to, then he's gonna put that.
And I'm gonna say fire insurance.
Anthony, don't need to hear
Type
your
in.
thought. Just
Okay,
type.
all right,
Don't need to
all
hear
right,
your
all
thought.
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you. But you know what?
All
Like I said, y'all, it can happen to anybody.
Right.
You know, you can lose anything at a blink of an eye. And hopefully, you know, you weren't one of the bougie people who were looking down or, you know, saying that that's happening to them. That's not us, when it was Puerto Rico or when it was Haiti or when it was the people in Louisiana. Give me some
Right.
other natural disasters. You know,
I mean, the
hey,
North Carolina hurricane recently.
exactly. And my thing about it is, you know what? To one, I remember, you know, y'all love you all know I love my movies. So on Planet of the Apes, when Caesar said he held a stick and he said, you know, individually we are weak, and then he grabbed a bunch of other branches and he said, but together we are strong. Oh, that was profound.
Exactly.
Love me some Caesar.
But these are the kind of experiences that can make people more empathetic and more compassionate. And it's terrible that some people have to go through something to learn compassion and empathy, but sometimes that's what it takes.
Sometimes, hey, God got a strange way of making you realize some stuff.
You're gonna learn.
Really does.
Making you learn. You're gonna learn.
Exactly. Like,
yes, he does.
like, what's going on, Jesus? And then you know what? You always just gotta ask, hey, what is the lesson in all this? It's always a lesson.
Learn the lesson. Learn the lesson.
It's always a lesson, y'all. Okay.
If you don't learn it, it will be repeated. It can be repeated.
It will. It can be. It can be.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got some let's bring over and look at the areas that have been affected. Let me share my screen.
Look, how many outfits
it's just not Southern California.
Tell me, do you have anything of real value?
Uh-oh.
Wrong one, y'all. Okay.
Yeah, we got them gremlins at work.
Okay.
But
Anthony, hold on.
It's not just Southern California. It is okay, all right. Uh-huh. Yes, I'm right here.
Just a minute. I'm doing something.
Can you hear me?
I'm playing something. Just a minute.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Now, this is the areas of the biggest fire in Eaton and Palisades and Los Angeles. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear the
audio?
Yeah.
No, I cannot hear the extra audio. But I guess I can kind of just talk about some of the areas a little bit if you don't mind. My
These
research,
firefighters, you know what? It got to be really hard on these firefighters
yeah.
to willingly run into a fire. Oh my God. You know what? I would definitely be tested on that one. I'd be like, I'm
Yeah.
going home. I ain't signed up for this, or did I?
I mean, well, I wouldn't sign up for it.
Exactly. I just wouldn't do it.
It takes a special kind of person to do it. I don't think I'm that type of person. I've never
It
been. I
does.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that
So,
kind of
but so
person.
God bless the ones with that type of courage and that type of fortitude and whatever. But
Exactly.
wow, no, I would not have volunteered for that. I did like light industrial, and that was hard enough. Not
Yeah.
industrial work, and that was hard enough. Yeah. So yeah, we got
Hold
the
on, hold on, hold on.
Palisades fire.
Shh.
Okay, all right.
Anthony?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look at the fires that are burning, y'all.
hmm
Palisades.
I'm not sure I'm hearing everything. You're hearing everything.
3,000
You're hearing everything you're
acres,
hearing.
evacuation orders, Malibu to the Calabasas,
Okay.
you know.
I'm not hearing what you're hearing.
Well, that's just very unfortunate, y'all. Our hearts go out to them all.
But I did want to mention that they have been talking about the fires in the South a lot, in Southern California, but they have also impacted Northern California.
Let me ask you
And
something.
those places are Ventura County and the San Fernando Valley.
Okay, let me ask you something. I heard a
So they've been
rumor,
hit too.
and I heard a rumor, and this is just a rumor. And I saw it. I do believe it was on TikTok,
Mhm.
and my niece and I were talking about it earlier, and she
Mhm.
stated that they were trying to turn California into, was it a tech space?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay, so if they're trying to turn California into a tech space, are these fires deliberate?
it could be because
Or
some people were
are
disturbed.
these really accidents to clear
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little something about the governor of California, Newsom. He was on TV talking about speculators coming in and buying land,
Mm,
and he seemed a little too giddy for my taste.
mm,
Now, I don't like to criticize the governor of a state that's going through an ongoing crisis. I hate when Trump does it. But I looked at the video and he seemed kind of weird in that video, like he was giddy about some people coming in and just buying up the land that had been burned. And I was saying, but I said, on the other hand, I was on one of the sites. I said, on the other hand, people who need money for what they've lost can probably get it pretty good easily from these speculators at this point.
but the thing about,
And they
but
need money
wait a
right
minute,
now.
but wait a minute, but
Right.
wait a minute. But the thing about that is when, especially with land like California, and it burns down to whatever you had, whatever that house you
Mhm.
had, you will not be able to get that type of house for the same. Go somewhere and buy that house in another area at the same price that you bought it at. It's just ain't. It's
Mhm.
just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna be buying a house for that price, but you're going to be getting something very less than what you had. Less than what
Yeah.
you had. But
But I would choose safety. I would choose safety
oh,
over
I
trying
I
to
I would be through,
relocate to that
I
same
would be
area,
through. I would be, like I said, for me, it only take one time. You only got
Mhm.
one time. I only got one time to get burnt
Now,
out. Wait a minute.
I
Only
got
got
a cousin that
Anthony.
lives in Northern California, and she said the fires were 6 hours away from her. So if I was going to still try to be in California, I would probably go to the north.
My thing about it is, it only take one time. Like I said, for me, it only takes one time. One time for me to get burned out. One time for me
Mhm.
to get hurricaned out. You know, flooded out, and I'm gone. I probably wouldn't go back to that. I mean, it's a dry area.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're not, if it's in a dry area, then you're gonna be dealing with the mudslides on the other side.
Yes.
So my thing, I just and then the cost of living in California, hey, it's a wrap for me. I'm out. I've
Yeah,
been,
but you got to look at the fact that people that live there love it.
you know what?
They
But my
love the
thing, but
weather.
you know what? You will love something else cheaper. When Nemo, let me tell you, when Nemo come,
Maybe
you
not.
adjust them. You know what? Let me tell you, when Nemo come, you will adjust them finances. Don't tell me what you won't do. Just like the
Right.
people. Wait a minute. Let me prove let me prove this theory. Just like you said, there were some uninsured people, right? Did you say there were some people that were uninsured that didn't have insurance on their houses? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
they
Like I said on
okay.
that article said hundreds of thousands have
Okay.
lost their
Now
insurance.
look at this. Now look at this. They have lost everything. Everything. They have nothing
Yes.
unless they get that insurance money. They have nothing. And believe you me, you are going to, and doing this process, you have just the clothes on your back. Everything that you're getting is from volunteers or people donating it to
Right.
you, water, food, shelter. That's gonna put you in a different mindset.
I hope so.
You coming from living in the kingdom or up on the hill to down to the
Mhm.
freaking valley, lower than the valley. But you know what? That'll bring you to a state where you can now
But
understand how the
maybe
other
because
wait a minute. You will,
some
Anthony,
right.
you will understand
Mhm.
how the other half lives. You see what I'm saying? And maybe it'll give you it'll give you a perspective that, you know,
Okay.
this is how the other
So
half live. You know what I'm saying? The regular folk.
right. Okay. But I did want to kind of share a little bit of a story with you for a second. So there was a Alex Shek- Shakagian and Mogiga Cooper. The couple had already survived Milton in Florida before the wildfire hit their home in Altadena. Despite losing their homeland, they are determined to rebuild and be part of the community's recovery. So there are just some people that no matter what happens, they just determined to live in a certain area. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe it'll change their mindset, maybe not. But a lot of people be like, no, I'm rebuilding right where I was. And I don't understand it at
But
all.
the thing, but
But
the
some
thing,
people are just determined that way.
but the thing about it is the other factor on that, you may want to rebuild, but will the insurance insure? Will you be able to
Mhm.
get insurance?
Well,
But all you want
well,
to? Are
they
you going to be able
probably
to get a company to insure it? And cost fat and the cost and the
I
cost
guess they must have had insurance to address that.
and my thing about it
I
is
mean
then you got to look at cost
that
factor. No, you got to look at the cost factor. Is an
right.
insurance company going to come back into a place that that destroyed billions of houses and reinsure that area?
I think they're done. I
I
think they're
would
done in
I
Southern
wouldn't do it.
California.
So I
If they're
wouldn't
not
do it.
done in Southern California, I would be shocked.
So
I
the
would be shocked.
likelihood of I'm just saying, so the likelihood of them being able to rebuild and be insured about,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the
It's
issue
it's
is
what they want to
the
do
ability.
in spite of everything, but it might not be what they're able
And that's my point. That was my point
to.
from earlier. You might have
Mhm.
to relocate. And believe me, me, you ain't gonna be able to get that house that you had in today's market. Because I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure you had that house for a long time. You ain't gonna be able to get that house for the price you paid in today's market unless you just purchased that house.
Let me ask you a question. Behind this disaster in which a lot of homes have been destroyed, a lot of houses have to be rebuilt, do you think Trump is still going to deport a bunch of undocumented construction workers even now?
You know what? Only God knows that one. Only
Because
God
that don't
knows
seem
that
to me
one.
like that would be a good move right now.
Well, my thing about
To
it
me,
is, you know what?
right.
He is a guy that dances by his own music. So, you know what?
He does dance to his own tune. Yes, yes, he does now.
My thing about it is, you know what? You better hope so. Because look,
Yeah.
even this new governor, even the new governor of Missouri, He just put in some things in place for immigration.
Yes, he
For the
did.
undocumented.
He's trying to get beat cops involved in immigration.
Exactly. So my thing about it is coming. And you know
Yeah.
what? And you know what? You know what? And I had this situation happen right before Christmas, y'all. Right before my deal fell apart. I
Right.
made a video on that one. I was on the left side. I think that's where I got sick from. My deal fell apart. Okay, that's another story. Right before
Sad deal.
Christmas, I had met with him, and
But anyway, that's not.
it was on one of my right. And this house, he was. Hold on, I'm trying to.
Hey, real
Hold
quick,
on, hold
the
on.
audio out.
Huh? What you mean
Okay.
audio cut? Right before Christmas.
Tell that story because I'm not sure everybody heard everything you just said.
Oh,
The audio is kind of spotty on my end, at least.
Okay, the thing twirling there. Well, day and age.
Let me see. So I hear you
my
now.
God. Yeah, it says it's an error cured. Okay, so it might.
Okay, if Instagram's going, you probably should cut those issue. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, wait, because I will put a link in to the rest of the video. I'll edit this out again. But anyway, right before Christmas, I met with a gentleman, Anthony. This was on one of my hub properties, right?
Yeah.
On the market for $7,000. That's for more than the price. I keep telling y'all, with these houses, they're not at price. Well, anyway, this gentleman, gentleman, Mexican, and he's like, "Well, can I buy this property?" And I was like, "Yeah, on the property."
Yeah, I'm hearing like every other word.
What we can possibly do is try to end it. Yeah, it says something about the iOS. We can
having audio issues, so it happened.
We're having audio issues. Oh my God. Well, anyway, we're gonna keep it pushing and
Yeah.
go from there. Okay, we're gonna keep it like this. Okay, so he was of Mexican descent, and he wanted to buy one of the hub properties, which was $17,000. But as you know, people, because all my people know, because I educate my people. Wrong one. I ain't want the goat, but I got the goat. Anyway, he didn't have a social security number. And I said, "Sir, you're not gonna be able to put a contract on this property. I need your social security number or EIN number." And then he was like, he said I think he had an EIN number that he said, "I can go online and get an EIN number." I said, "Well, what your problem is, you might have a problem at the title company. Because when you go close at the title company, you're going to need American identification. You're going to need U.S. identification, passport, Missouri state ID, driver's license, or something like that. And it has to be U.S. documentation." So this gentleman, that was one of the issues that we came, that we were dealing with because this person was not legal. And then
I have wait
a minute. And
I
then
kind of have a question. Quick
just a
one.
minute. And then he said,
Go ahead.
"Well, can I put it in somebody else's name?" And I was like, "The legalities of that is you don't own it. You're going to put it in that person's name. So I hope you trust them. Because if they're ganky, you just gave them a house that you pay cash for. So be careful with that, good people."
Right.
Okay, what's up, Anthony? What was your question?
And then he may get deported, and then they just be living in that house.
Exactly.
So I don't know if he should make that investment. But didn't the state of Missouri, right? Isn't the state of Missouri hostile to foreigners buying property in the United States?
What? I do not know that. My thing about it, until it becomes an issue, that's when it's an issue.
Right.
So my thing about it is,
because I've been kind of hearing about it a little bit.
What I said to him was, I think that you should speak with an attorney on this matter before you want to move forward. So I left
put that
it at
money
that.
into that, yeah.
So I shift that off of me because I'm not an attorney, and I advise that person. I think that you might want to get some legal counsel in this purchase,
Right.
and they will be better able to tell you how to structure this purchase.
They might be able to do it, but you're just not wanting the person
I'm
to
just,
give
you
them
know
the
what?
green light.
I ain't putting myself on the line for that. No, no, no,
But Miss
no.
Ruby told me that. No,
I
no, no.
look, if I don't know something, people, if I don't know something, I'm gonna send you to the people who do know. If that's out of my area of
Amen.
expertise, I'm going to try to help you find the person to get your questions answered. I
Right,
am not gonna act like I am uh Eddie know everything. No, I am not.
right.
Not
I
trying to
think
go there.
many. I think many people appreciate your referrals
Yeah,
over
I'll
the
send them to
years.
somebody else. I'll be like, babe, the only thing I can do is I can give you an attorney. I say that don't sound right. I was like, but
Right,
I was like, that don't sound right to me. But I tell you what, let me send you to an attorney and we can and we can help
right,
it and we can help you figure it out. How about that?
right. Or a debt counselor, or whatever they need, debt counselor or
Exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So, oh my God. So hey, be careful. And then, like I said, on the last part, he was like, "Well, can I put it in somebody else's name?" Be careful about putting property in somebody else's name. They own it.
Right.
You have no, unless your name is on there. Because if their name is the only one on there, they own it.
Her house
And then start thinking about
legally.
thinking about if that person gets married. Okay,
Right.
that becomes a marital issue. So be careful. Be careful doing quick claim deeds. It's a way to structure this, and we're going to be bringing people on here talking about estate planning. I can't
Right.
tell you how many times we get calls about property where mom has passed, dad has passed, and they didn't add anybody else to the property, didn't do a beneficiary deed. They have some heirs, and now it's a probate issue. Okay, but
Now, I
that's
hope
gonna
and
be
pray
another
that
show.
the
That's gonna be another
24
show.
victims, around 24 victims of the California wildfires have died. And I hope that all of their affairs were in order, that they had their wills and all of that together. Chances are maybe some of them didn't. So if you see a GoFundMe for those victims, be generous and give. Help them out.
Oh yeah.
Because some of them people may not have had wills and stuff.
Yeah. Hey y'all, you know what? And I tell everybody, it is never too early to do a will. It is
Yeah.
never too early to. It's never too early or too late. It is, but it's definitely not too early to do a will because you
Hmm.
can walk down the street and not come back.
Right.
You can walk
Right.
down the
You
street and
never
not
know
come
what's going to
back.
happen.
You never know what's
Right.
gonna happen. So, mm-mm. So do your
Could be an
wills.
earthquake, could be a car accident,
Car
could be
accident,
wildfires, could be
shooting.
hurricanes, a
Go
shooting,
go to the
could
grocery
be
store and
anything.
come back and go to the grocery store and it's a shooting.
We
It's
don't want to make anybody
foolishness.
scared, but anytime you leave your house or even in your house, you can die anywhere.
You can
So the
pass
only
away
thing you
anywhere.
can do is try to be prepared. Try to
Do
be
you
prepared
do you
so that
have
your
your
loved ones will be looked after.
do you have your will together?
Right.
Do you have
I
your
need
will
to.
together?
I need to. I need
I
to.
have my will together and my beneficiary
Um,
deeds. Yes, I do. And I'm I'm gonna leave it to Anthony, but I'm gonna go grab this one box. Hold on, I'm gonna get this to you, Anthony.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I
Go
think
ahead and
I
talk.
think I think I got the appropriate insurance as far as life insurance, and I got health insurance, and but as far as the will, yeah, I need to go further. I need to go further. Yeah. So Ruby will be back right back. I guess
Okay.
she's going to show me something.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to show y'all something. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is something that I had purchased and it
Hey
was at
Ruby, I
the
don't see you in the feed.
you don't see
Okay,
me?
now I see you.
Okay. This
All
is
right.
something I had purchased and this was at the advice of Susie Armin. It is a silver case. No,
And it's survive a fire?
it's not filled with $100,000 bills. I wish it was, but it's not.
Right.
But if a disaster breaks out, I'm just grabbing
Water
this.
damage.
I'm going. It's
Flooding.
waterproof. Okay, Susie girl, you need to call me because we need to.
Is it fireproof?
We need to talk. It is fireproof.
Yes.
It is waterproof. I keep all of my documents in here. I have everything in this little joker. Hold on. Everything is in nice little folders. Deeds to the house, title, birth certificate, social security numbers.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Jewelry. And like I said, I got it off of the Susie Orman show.
Okay.
When she was doing those financial things. And
let me see if I can put a link to Susie Orman.
Hold on, y'all. That hit the floor. Okay. And then it came with like CDs to do your wills and your get your finances in order. But look, everything is in compartments. Everything. So if I pass away, okay, so I'm gonna have to describe it another way. Okay. I'm gonna put it down.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that thing is heavy. That's only because I have everything up in that joker. If I pass away today or tomorrow, my girlfriend knows.
I got the link.
The kids know. Go to the silver case. Go to the silver case.
She got a gold box now, though.
Okay.
And she got a gold box, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, she got a gold box now.
Is it?
So I'm gonna put a link down there.
Send me the link so I can bring it up. But hey, y'all, you just don't know when you may be in a situation that you have 5 minutes to get out of that house. What are you going to grab? What are you going to grab in 5 minutes? 5 minutes. What are you going to grab? You know what? For me, I'm grabbing my silver case. Anthony, you got that link up there so I can put it up there? Susie Orman?
I did put it on Facebook, so anybody, right? Susie Orman. Yep.
Send it
and I'm going to send it to you in the chat, too. Yep.
Send it to me so I can click on it and open it up, please, sir.
Okay.
And Susie Orman, you need to call me, girl.
Okay.
Because I'm up here pumping.
And there she goes. There she is.
Hold on, let me bring it up. Hold on. I just wanted to hold on. Share. Okay, chat. Hold on, y'all. I'm bringing it up. Anthony, put it in the Zoom chat, sir. What you doing?
It's in there. It's in your Zoom chat right now. Actually, it seems like when I posted it to Facebook, it also posted to our chat too.
I'm looking at it, and
so it's all linked.
Okay, hold on. Call iPhone.
It's in the Zoom chat.
It's not in. I'm looking in the Zoom chat, bud.
Man, hold on. I see. Hold on. Okay, I see what it is. I'm clicking on the wrong thing.
Let's get Anthony to get this together.
Right. All these different gadgets. Okay, where's the one for? Okay.
All that moving. I'm hot. Alexa, turn on the desk fan.
My goodness. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got to get the Zoom.
Okay, I'd have been if I went on her site and found it all this time for you. My Lord.
Right. But it is on the Facebook site right now, so.
But I was gonna bring it up on what is it called?
No, that's right.
What is it called, Anthony? I know. I just call it the silver case. Can you hear me? AB's call.
Okay, let me see. So armament protection.
Okay, it's gold now, but you know whatever. How much is it?
Before.
$300. I only pay. I could have maybe. I don't recall paying $300 for it, but if that's what it was, yeah, inflation.
And this is the gold box. This ain't the silver box.
Yeah, we had the silver box. But you know what? I wish it was. You know what? Usually when you see silver boxes, you know, it usually be filled. Anybody that want to fill my box can let me know about another one. Yes, I will.
And you want to?
Hey, but we're gonna. Hold on.
Was that Ruby?
I'm at 80. It could be me.
Yeah,
About,
I think right. I couldn't get the chat for Zoom. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Over here too going on. Yeah.
I was clicking on it.
Yeah. But you know, hey, we can get on here and give our facts and prayers in California. Keep for if we can give
with the Zoom service today, the 6 bad.
Okay. So really fast. So I'll be
sorry, sis, the pause that you might
go
today.
Yeah. So anyway, the show and we are gonna post on the YouTube show and
I've got about this.
We're gonna this up and like it's gonna keep California in our prayers.
Facebook.
We keep California in our prayers and the people in California talk to
the people. I did like, I don't know, but I did like